That's it. Hail Bacchus! Hail Bacchus! Hail Bacchus! That's so funny.
Are you not entertained?
So you can see the purple and gold. You know what they're trying to do. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Arakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, a great millstone who rule well and teach well, the true apostles of the great millstone. So what you see here is Shaquille O'Neal putting on the purple and the gold. And as you can see here, it says in the caption, it says Shaquille Aurelius, and then somebody put LOL. This is how them guys be dressed, yelling at people. This is how they make fucking mockery of its truth, all right? And they're going to pay for that shit, man. I'm going to tell you right now, the Lord's going to bust their ass. Because if you think we just sitting there yelling at people like it's like we're just trying to just hurt people and shit, that's madness. But if it was a Christian preacher, they would give him respect and say he's a Christian street preacher instead of, a guy yelling at people. You see what I'm saying? So they try to demonize the truth. Well, the scripture said to lift up thy voice like a trumpet and show my people their transgressions. So when we're reading out of the Bible and lifting up our voice like we're supposed to, we are covering the transgressions of our people, which is sin. So we would be reading and correcting through the law, through reading the law and showing where things are wrong and going wrong. Like we see a wickedly dressed woman, or you see a man with some weird looking tight ass pants, or a feminine man, with a rainbow colored shirt or whatever the case is, and all types of weird shit. You would call it out. You'd call out the sin. Or if you see, so whatever you see that's breaking the law, you would be calling it out because that's the right thing to do. But they make mockery of it and just say that you're just yelling at people. All right. So Shaquille O'Neal knows, he has the internet. He absolutely knows that, the Israelites exist. The Hebrew Israelites, not black. All right. Not black. This is not a black thing. There is no correlation between, that's probably going to be the name of the video, even though, it's about the fact that Shaquille O'Neal is putting on these colors, but there is no correlation between black and Hebrew Israelites whatsoever, okay? There's just no correlation whatsoever because black is a color, man. It's a goddamn color. And it has nothing to do with anything of this truth. All right? The truth is that the Hebrew Israelites were scattered through something called the diaspora. That was all ordained from the Lord in Deuteronomy 4:27. Okay? I believe it is. And it tells you right there that you will be scattered and be few among all nations. All right? You'll be scattered amongst all nations. And let's just go to it real quick. This is that folly that, has to be set straight. This is Deuteronomy 4 and verse number 27. It says, and the Lord Yahweh shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, whither the Lord Yahweh shall lead you. And ye shall serve gods, the work of men's hands, wood and stone, which neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell. Okay, so these are part of the curses, and these are the things that's been going on. And then making mockery of this is madness. I mean, we are really, truly the real, true Hebrew Israelites. What do you want to do about it? What do you want to do about it? And listen, you've been making mockery, but guess what's going to happen when you make that mockery? Okay, you think it's just going to go unpunished? Like, the Israelites are the apple of the Lord's eye. Galatians 6 and 7 says, be not deceived. The Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So if you think you're going to sit here and get away with this type of shit, which I'm not sure if Shaq was doing this to make mockery, but the person who made this post is a complete asshole, okay? Because it says black Hebrew Israelites getting ready to go scream at people in the street. And that's some bullshit. And we're not screaming at anybody or yelling at anybody. We're simply lifting our voice up like a trumpet. Do you have a problem with the scriptures? You're going to have to take it up with the Lord. Okay? Lift up thy voice. Now, let's make sure these jackasses can read. Okay? Let's just make sure these stupid jackasses can read really well here. Or maybe if you can't read because you're remedial, you could probably hear. This is Isaiah 52:8. It says, thy watchmen shall lift up the voice. With the voice together shall they sing, for they shall see eye to eye when the Lord Yahweh shall bring again Zion. And really, that there is talking about, celebratory, lifting up the voice. But when you look at another scripture here, and this is just part of what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be, one, first and foremost, correcting the behavior, but also rejoicing in the Lord. And that's part of what we do too when we're out there. Yeah, we're sighing and crying, but we're also rejoicing in the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, just being in the presence of the brethren. Okay? And when we get delivered, it's going to be beautiful. And we might be at camp when we do get delivered. It might be a Saturday or a Sunday. Some brothers go out, or a Friday. And we're preaching the scriptures, and we're, doing what we need to do. This is Isaiah 58:1. This is really what, I should have read originally, but that's fine. Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. So if we're on the corner screaming at people, the Lord said to go into the highways and the hedges and to compel my people to come in. And some people you have to save with fear. And then how? By reading the scriptures and then reading the judgment for breaking the scriptures. Like if you see two homosexuals holding hands together, two men or two women, lesbians, you read them the scripture that says, if you lie with mankind as you lie with womankind, if you're a man, you are going to be put to death, roughly paraphrasing. You shall surely be put to death, or you committed an abomination. So are we wrong to show you the folly? Are we wrong in screaming at you? That's just some bullshit. And then you correlate the blackness with Hebrew Israelites. That has no correlation whatsoever. So what do you think is going to happen here? You're going to have to get destroyed. I mean, this is going to have to be, death upon you. Okay. 2/3 of the nation of Israel is going to get put to death. All right, swiftly and smoothly, and it's going to be a direct hit. The Lord will not miss. He's going to get you directly where you need to be gotten. Okay, you're going to be no more, and it's going to hurt extremely bad. It's going to make sure to hurt you really, really bad. Because remember, you're going to reap what you sow. Okay. And this goes back to that scripture that says they hate them that rebuketh and negate. You can't handle truth, and that's why you're mad, and that's why you hate. And it's funny because you're really a hypocrite. Anybody that say shit like this is a hypocrite, because these same type of people who say, oh, you guys are screaming at people on the street, like their bitch asses is doing the same thing in other arenas and different facets. I guarantee in their lives, they're going, hey, you shouldn't be doing this to somebody who they, was something that they have some type of, what do they call that? A zeal for. Something that they feel strongly about. They'll fight for and try to correct somebody in some error that they're doing. But then, when we do it, you have a problem. Why? Because we're reading the Bible and we're following the scriptures according to the word as it is written. That's what our job is to do. Okay, that's why these people are hypocrites. They'll stand firm in something they believe in that could be abstract or whatever it may be, sports. You scream at people for that, or you scream at people for whatever else it is, your rap shit or your drug shit, whatever the hell you doing, you wicked ass jakes, you niggas, whatever the hell you doing that you got to sit there and have a goddamn complaint fest about. All right, we could do the same thing. So don't be mad. And if you are mad, I don't really don't care, because it's not going to affect this truth. The truth is going to continue on with or without your ass, man. Okay? What does Romans 12 say? Let's go to that. Let's go to that. Let's go to... This is Romans 12:1. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy. That means set apart. That's why we're not with you, evil ass people. Acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. So we're supposed to preach. We're supposed to cry aloud, spare not. Okay, like the scripture said in Isaiah. But you don't like that because you are a demon and you want to call us black. And I mean, I'm not black. You look at me, man, I'm not black. Okay? And no brother in any camp is black. Listen, the color caste system is basically from Esau, the so-called white man. It was from a German man and created the goddamn caste system that codifies and classifies people by color. Okay? The color caste system is wicked. And that's basically what you're following because that's what the so-called white man told you to do. Okay? He told you to, oh, you're a black guy, and this is a red man, and this is the yellow man. And we are the white people. And white is right, and black is whack. Black is evil. All right? We're not falling for the tricks no more. And the demonization of the truth. Listen, man, I'm telling you right now, there's going to be a consequence to this person. So first and foremost, Shalak Rayam on the person who made this post. And anybody who has anything to say negative about the Hebrew Israelites and making any correlation with blackness or anything black out of your mouth, may the Lord condemn you and destroy you. Okay? May the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai hurt you extremely badly. Okay? And then when the time is right, he's going to put your ass to death. And that's the scripture. 2/3 of our people is going to get cut off and die. Zechariah 13:8. Okay? And we're supposed to hate the evil and love the good. We hate you people, man, who do shit like that because you represent wickedness. Nothing you're doing is right. You ain't doing righteousness, man. You don't got a righteous damn bone in your body, just sitting there sideline, armchair quarterback, and trying to talk shit about the scriptures and saying we're screaming at people when that's what we're supposed to do, and the Lord sent us to do it. Okay, so when the Lord, which is the King of Kings, when He figures out who that person is, oh, trust me, there's going to be a massive, swift, beautiful judgment upon them, man. And I just hope and pray we get to see it. All right, one day we'll get to really zero in on all the people who talked shit and confirm. I know the Lord's going to confirm it. He's going to say, yep, that was me that did that. Because He knows I know. He knows that I know some people that some things happened to who, were starting a lot of stuff. And some things happened to them. And I knew it was the Lord that did it. And He's probably going to confirm it and say, yep, that was definitely me. That was me. I heard you. I heard the prayers. And I came through. And I dealt with that. It's like that movie Goodfellas. In the opening of the movie, when everybody's introducing as Johnny 2 times right there. And then there's another guy came through. He said, that's Pete the Killer. And he goes, hey, I took care of that thing for you. You know what I mean? The Lord's going to be doing the same thing. Hey, I took care of that guy. I took care of that thing for you. That was me. So through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, man, these scoffers, they're going to learn that, blackness and Hebrew Israelites got no affiliation, man. All right, they're going to find out, man. And with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Shalom to the hopeful elect.